Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the Blunder Years. All those beers ago, the deep dive, the Wayback Machine of Stuttering John, and now Steel Toe, because we got to enjoy Steel Toe on a Ray DeVito show. Really, we got to enjoy Joe on that show, really hammering home some stuff. And it ended with Aaron saying, I respect Joe. I like Joe. I think he's a good guy. I think he did a great job today. Well, this package picks up where we left off. I guess, what was this, a few weeks later or something, Joe?
This was actually more like a couple months later, because in true pussy fashion, instead of going on his show after that and just letting loose, he waited until May when Muttering Jay posted about me getting arrested and he had something juicy to go on and attack me with.
Let's go.
Episode is titled Aaron Was Wrong and Aaron Was Right. We got stories that I was wrong about today. We've been through some of those.
Wow, this was back when he admitted he was wrong about something? Oh, Froggy, I sent you, Karl sent me some clips of Steel Toe. Remember we played the clip of him talking about the lawsuit from the morning show?
Yeah.
So there's a clip of him talking about it in the evening. There's two clips. You got to check them out. I would love to watch these tonight because he's the only person out of anyone who's read or watched people break this down that goes, I think John's got a pretty good case. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a slam dunk.
He also said that the paperwork that he sent was well written.
Which tells you how much of that he read. That's like when, who was it? Red Bar pranked him and put out a post that some show was talking about, but he was like, I listened, it was great. And they never talked about him.
No.
I love it. All right, let's go, everybody. Thank you. Let's rock. Boom. Shout out to April.
Now we got some stories I was right about. One of the things I was right about was that sack of shit producer Joe, that slimy little cunt.
What?
Wow, that's a big jump.
Damn.
Whoa. But hold on, let's hear him out.
No, maybe
So
he's
glad that-
maybe he's just ribbing him.
Well, so far he's making a lot of great points, but let's let him continue.
He turned out to be a wormy little fucker. I'll tell you this, that universe, man, it is fun to watch for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, not for the ones they intended.
Yeah, it's not conducive to having a good show long term, but it's conducive for a lot of great short term entertainment.
Can somebody, Frog, Andy, can one of you find me a sound effect of like a sniff that we can hit after she's done talking? She doesn't talk much, but I think it'd be funny if after she's done, just kind of,
I think that what you just did was a good enough drop to keep if anybody's watching.
There you
go. Do we, at the end of things, have to thank Stuttering John for not only starting this whole fiasco, but ending it?
Technically.
I think we have to thank him.
Technically.
What's the date on this?
So this is May of 2023. So this is well over 2 years ago.
And John ended it 2 years ago.
Send him a case of Coors.
Yeah. I mean,
something.
Stuttering John killed his own creation in a way. I mean, it was kind of true. Like him retiring forced them to do other things, and we're finding out they don't really have a lot of other things to do.
Right.
And it's kind of.
He retired in 23?
Was that when he left?
Well, this is literally Aaron saying this like 6 weeks before John comes back.
Oh, okay, right.
Perfect timing as always.
Right.
Rolling over on itself. Which I don't hope for Shuli and Bob.
No.
They're trying to do a morning show over there. They're trying to kind of learn from us and follow in our
yeah.
footsteps and do kind of a morning show more format, trying to diversify the Uncle Rico thing. Chet Porter, this was a very funny comment. He says, when did Burt Reynolds start hosting the show? That is a compliment compared to what I've been getting for this
Burt Reynolds?
sack of shit right here.
Boy, that would be a compliment. That guy's a legend.
Super fuckable back in his day, right?
Oh, he'd get it so hard.
No back me.
No back knee.
I like Joseph goes, I had no idea this was a morning show. And nobody does.
Did he just admit that he has back knee? Is that what we're listening to right now?
Yeah. And this Burt Reynolds like goatee.
Yeah.
And compared to what I've been getting for this
Burt Reynolds?
sack of shit right here.
Boy, that would be a compliment. That guy's a legend.
Super fuckable back in his day, right?
Oh, he'd get it so hard.
No back me.
Burt Reynolds, let me tell you something. He's a sexy motherfucker, you know.
Yeah.
And back in the remember the 70s? He was great.
Oh, he did so hard. Yeah.
Scarface says producer Joe fucked up when he got cunty with the audience and hijacked the show. I said this from day one when I was on that Ray DeVito's show, and fucking Joe bullied Ray and treated Ray like shit and didn't respect Ray as the host. It turned out to be like I handled.
Where was all this during the show? Why didn't he call this out during the broadcast? Because, well, let me just see.
Well, why didn't he? I mean, I didn't remember Joe bullying the audience. I remember him bullying the shit out of Steel Toe, but I think the audience was having a great time.
Yeah, Joe's never been complimented as much as he was that day. Certainly not from us.
Handled it remarkably well. I came out of that looking great. Joe came out of it looking like a fucking douche. People thought he was a cunt. I in no way feel that Joe is being cunty. I host a show for a living. If someone
Did you catch that though? Did you catch that? Not to call out the brilliance of my editing, but he just says that I came off like a cunt, and here he is saying that in no way do I seem like a cunt.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing us all back and letting us into the process of how you highlight yourself. And then
You're welcome. There's going to be a lot of that today.
Yeah. Well, then be quiet. We'll figure it out. We got the process down now.
Yeah, the text message was very revealing this morning when we were asking what the package was about. He's like, it's pretty much about me.
He just wrote back, me, all caps.
The brilliance of me.
looking like a fucking douche. People thought he was a cunt. I in no way feel that Joe is being cunty. I host a show for a living. If someone wants to ask me honest questions of which they have problems with me with, I have no problem talking all day about that. I don't want anyone walking away from this going, Joe's an asshole. Joe was just being this or that.
He looked like an asshole.
Ray kind of looked like he got cucked by his producer. I felt.
Oh, speaking of cucked, wow.
Full circle.
Wow.
Felt bad for Ray. I always feel bad for Ray.
I also see Ray as like every.
What's worse, getting cucked as a host on a show or getting cucked and made to lick up cum off your wife's tits from someone else?
I don't know. I never lost my wife on a show. So maybe it's the latter.
Right.
Everybody's whipping boy.
Right. And I walked away from that going, I've met this producer Joe a million times. Meaning I've met this NPC. I've met this stamp and repeat human being. Joe has opinions. Joe has feelings about me, about situations and things.
This is why I will love you forever. The flashbacks that Joe makes in the packages are without a doubt my favorite thing ever. Because all these shows talk. Joe shows it. Joe puts it in there. And there is no talking your way out of this shit.
It's great. The guy has no scruples. And I'm talking about Joe. He has no scruples. No. Yep. Steel Toe has no scruples. He will tell you what you think you want to hear to your face. And then he'll scurry back to his own little show and talk all the shit he wants. Just like somebody else we know.
Yeah. No doubt. Uh-oh. Shuli, the remote is on its first bounce. If you hurry.
It's like that. Joe gave a perspective that was really important. I gave my perspective back. I think that's remarkably fair. I don't see anything like negative or shitty. To me, the most impressive person in this whole thing is Joe, because everything he said has been incredibly fair. It's come from a place of I don't dig what you do, and I have these problems with you. But none of it, you can tell disingenuous people from honest people. And Joe
sure can, Aaron. You sure can.
Was an honest dude. This is a guy who has no real authority in his life. Mm-hmm. This is a guy who holds no sway over anyone. So feeling better than someone he can get, he will take it. But you can't try that with me because I'm, a Joe is down here. Well, okay, I'm down here and a Joe is way down here. Like I ain't shit, but I'm way more than a producer Joe.
You can't even stick by that. He can't even stick by the fact that he can be proud of himself. He's got to still put himself down, wish wash. Just say you're awesome and say Joe sucks. Do what you got to do.
Joe and Andy, when they do an Into the Pond, make more money and get more viewers than either of his shows, morning or night, whichever one's.
Both of them put together, actually.
Yeah.
Octave says, Joe ruined your interview. Fuck that dude. He really did. He tried to make himself the focal point of that whole thing.
It wasn't good.
But he's not very good at this. He's good at hitting buttons and running sound, although I hear at
I present to you, Squire.
Oh, wait. He's about to blame you for Pottstown, Joe. This is great.
It wasn't good.
But he's not very good at this. He's good at hitting buttons and running sound, although I hear at the Pottstown thing, he kind of fucked up really bad. But he can push a button.
That was him?
He can push a button.
He didn't fuck up as bad as the other producer.
Button and say, yes, Mr. Shuli, no, Mr. Shuli. But outside of that, he's completely fucking useless.
Is that hard? And we've always said that too. Like, do you need a producer?
Yeah, and not only that, I guarantee the guy works nice and cheap, and that's got to be good for Shuli. And Shuli should keep his.
Don't you wish?
I wish. From your lips to my fucking bank account. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, as much of anything that we make, me and Mike, it's just whatever falls out of Joe's mouth, pretty much.
You know how much flashbacks cost these days on YouTube? It ain't cheap, fucker.
I work for triple scale.
That's why none of these fuckers do it.
As money as he can.
I mean, you think about it, man. The archives that have been built here, there ain't a thing we can't find. The worst thing you can do is ask for our attention, especially frogs.
This business can be fickle. So we're going to talk about him in a little bit. Fuck it. Let's just do it.
Yeah, that's good intro to it.
Yeah, I've gotten too far into this. Let's just do it now. Gina
April,
Bobina
shut your mouth.
Oh God.
That I get into this now.
Yeah, I agree, Mule. From now on, Frog must start with Massa Shuli. Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing. In addition to wishing I worked cheap, don't you just wish I was a yes man?
Yeah, I know.
So
Joe is our house frogger.
Right. I've had a couple times where I've had to be on the ground floor with a bullhorn talking him off the roof of a building. You know what I mean? The kid's passionate. I'll give him that. I love it. Wouldn't want anybody else in the foxhole,
Joe, get back in the car, Joe. Come on, Joe.
One story that we have on this producer, Joe, that is 100% confirmed it's real. It's a TikTok that's going viral.
Okay.
The other one, I cannot stress enough. I can't confirm this is him. I don't know. Muttering Jay says it is. And I will say this.
I can't confirm if it's him, but you bet your ass I'm going to play it like it is.
Right.
Either way.
Just like our friend, our other buddy. I can't confirm or deny this, but Muttering Jay says it's real.
Yeah. Mason in Portland. Next live TSN show, Frog gets lashings from Boss Shuli. Next live TSN show will be on the West Coast. That I can tell you. And as long as it's in the area where whipping and lashing is still okay, we'll do it.
Which it will be.
Yeah, actually, you know what? You're right. You put down enough of a deposit when we're doing a show, you can do anything.
Muttering Jay has been very fair to this show. He has criticized it when he feels that we're wrong about stuff. This is why I do think the coping that Muttering Jay does is funny, because he's like, no, steel toes not actually hitting the goal. You think I'd sit here like this if I hadn't hit the goal? Yeah.
Like a fairy? Think I'd sit here like a little teapot?
Hold on, I gotta pause.
No, field toes don't actually hitting the goal. You think I'd sit here like this?
Johnny imagining he's on a deserted island with a volleyball friend. This is the last place he wants to be.
Please, Johnny, tip me over and pour me out.
If I hadn't hit the goal. Yeah. People are accusing Muttering Jay of being a homosexual. I would say he's probably more of like an asexual, like doesn't get a lot of sunlight. Probably.
Can I just quick
D
point something out here?
Yeah, that he has a diving board in the front of his head with his hair.
No, I was going to point out that this is just a perfect example of something that you see literally everywhere else except this channel, and that is people that will talk shit about somebody one day when it suits them, and then talk about how great they are the next day when it suits them.
Yeah. What came in my feed in the YouTube was I forgot who clipped it. I think it was Doom, and it was Stuttering John defending the doxing of Kevin Brennan's wife. and I watched a minute or two of it, and he's like, "It's a picture she put on her Facebook," and I'm going, weren't you the guy who was going to sue Tookie for having something off your wife's Facebook? Interesting. And he's sitting there, Kevin's a piece of shit, motherfucker. Then he's about to quit, and he goes, "I'll only go on Kevin's show." It's like, fuck all of you spineless jellyfish fake motherfuckers. Fuck you.
Efficient. He even tagged me today. He said, "Aaron, you fucking called it."
Here it is.
He said, you said this guy was a sack of shit.
Yeah, you're right, Tiger. Everybody's like, Bob be like, "No, let's get John in here." Fuck that. We offered it to him the first time before he struck our channel. Once he struck, done. Then you're going to bring up family and wives and pictures of kids. All right. It's on.
Replay did.
Uh-oh. Stuck.
What happened? Is that on your end or on their end?
Is there anybody out there?
And told us that Kevin from Why Do I Podcast was an up-and-coming talent. And I go, "Oh, all right, fine." I told him, "Look, win some, lose some." And I was doing a shitload of cod at the time.
Where did that guy go? I heard he pissed on somebody at DabbleCon and then kind of just...
What the fuck is cod?
Cock on demand?
Oh, okay.
Went away, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this producer...
Another thing I'd like to point out real quick. They talk about how they're...
Where'd you go?
I was here. Did you not hear me?
No.
I might be having internet issues. But They like to talk about how they're not part of the Dabbleverse. They don't pay attention to the Dabbleverse, but they knew about Pottstown. They knew about the Why Do I Podcast guy peeing on somebody's luggage. They seem to know everything, but they're not interested.
Don't forget, in this time frame was when he started attacking John for being the father of a trans kid. That clips I've seen a bunch of places. So they were all lit. They were making money on the Dabbleverse just like everybody else. He had no problem with that. Wherever the dollar signs are, this guy will go to that format. He's done it 1,000,000 times.
He's just salty now because he can't talk about his drama because he fucked it up.
Right. And he's not good at it. He lies. He's not being honest. And everyone can see through it, just like John, just like 2 a day Brennan. 2 a day, baby. 2 a day. Get in there.
He finds this TikTok that's going viral, and this was taken by people at a cancer ward. This is apparently a cancer medical place. Is
it a cancer ward, Joe?
No, it's a cancer medical place, technically.
Oh.
What is it, Joe? What was that place?
It's an infusion center. So some people there are getting chemo, but some people like Jenna are getting infusions for MS and different things.
Gotcha.
This is the land of infusion.
Fahad!
That was worth
it. The thing is, I see what it says. I just never know how it's going to be said. So
That's
a little roll of the dice.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe, he must be some kind of IT guy. I'm guessing some kind of computer nerd. The thing about IT guys are.
So now I work in IT, and he's going to tell you all about me because that's what I do for a living.
Well, and it's great that he's known so many IT guys that he can basically paint a picture of every IT guy out there. Which
I've never worked in IT.
Look, they used to do that sketch on SNL. Wasn't Fallon the IT guy or something? Wasn't that a sketch? Yeah, it's horrible.
Move. They are
move. Yeah. Yeah, they're assholes.
Remarkably unfriendly, unsocial.
Oh, hold on. Is this true? Toe is willing to have a beer with Chad, who's also an enemy of Melton, even though he threatened SA on April. Yeah. Yeah. Well, please, at this point, Aaron will threaten SA on April.
Yeah, he has.
Right. Like, he doesn't give a shit about her.
Borderline autistic people. And they don't know how to interact in polite society. That's why Joe is.
I like the guy who can't speak without moving his arms and hands is calling people autistic.
Perfect for the internet, and he should probably never leave the internet. He's probably really heavily involved in Discords. He probably loves Discords. He probably loves subreddits.
Reddit.
Man, he's got you pegged, dude. He really does know your IT world. Holy shit.
If that's the case, then everybody in this chat loves our IT people. If they love subreddits, if they love all that stuff.
You know, in the Dabbleverse, who's online the most? This fucking douchebag. Just count how many. Well, Kevin's coming up quick. He's doing 2 a day now, but this guy does 8 to 9 hours a day online. And then what do you think he does when he gets offline?
Cry.
Well, and then goes Reddit, Kiwi Farms, Twitter, all this shit.
Yeah.
These guys, they're just the king of projections, these guys. It's crazy.
He's one of those guys who wants to see, what people are saying about him to prove to himself it doesn't bother him, the same way that, a guy will be like, oh, I'm just going to bang that dude, just to show I'm not gay.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're gay. And that bothers you, dude.
Right.
It's, yeah.
And, I will say this, and I wouldn't say this for too many people. He belongs there.
Oh, he fits that bill.
He belongs in that universe. This guy shouldn't go outside very often. This guy shouldn't venture out in public. He doesn't know how to interact with people.
Can do.
Did you find the episode where him and her were crying when their show got canceled?
I'm still looking for it.
Oh, God. I want to see
steel toe tears. Maybe that'll work.
Sift through the 15 or 16 that come up and find that one.
He seems like a guy threatened by authority. He seems like a guy who gets you saw it in the Ray interview. Anytime someone suns him or kind of dismisses him or anything, he gets kind of cunty and quiet and kind of
quiet
groups and then goes, well, I'm going to try and be a dick again. He never really learns the lesson of maybe if you weren't a dick so much, you might get more in life. He strikes me as a guy.
How'd that lesson work out for you, Aaron?
Who's kind of a why me kind of a person.
Okay.
Or why not me kind of a person.
There's a whole song about him.
There's a whole song about this fucking guy. Again, I've seen this type a million times. Now, Chet Porter says, I heard he fucked an ostrich. I cannot confirm if that's true. And I've also heard it was a sick ostrich.
Can I just thank you guys in the chat for being the funniest fucking people in any chat anywhere? I hear the shit they write to this guy. It's fucking terrible. It's terrible. You guys are fucking amazing.
Also heard you'd maybe need help doing that.
Yeah, it would take at least two people to fuck a sick ostrich.
Right.
So Muttering Jay, this crazy fuck, finds this TikTok of Joe being an absolute cunt.
Well, how did he find it if it's viral? I mean, it must have been, it wasn't like a deep dive search. And wasn't it like years old?
Yeah, actually, believe it or not, and I know it sounds crazy, but that video is the best thing that ever happened to me. Because if I didn't If that video doesn't come out, I don't lose my marketing job at the bank. I don't start my own business. I don't wind up falling in with you and Joey Diaz and all that. Like, so in reality, that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Oof. Sorry to hear that.
So one of the saddest things I've ever heard. But, you know, a lot of people say fuck cancer. Very few of you go to an infusion center and literally say fuck you and your cancer to people. So that's can we get it? All right, block him. I've had enough of his shenanigans.
What's the matter, Master Shuli? We sick?
To this cancer, Health First Cancer Institute employee, being a basic bitch IT guy, everybody's an idiot. I'm the smartest guy in the room, and I got to make sure everybody knows it. This level of insecurity. Here we go. This is him, and again, bunch of cancer patients.
He's so into himself. He won't even make the screen you're watching larger so you can still see him in April.
And this is the guy that doesn't do drama, by the way.
Right.
So, Joe, what were you doing? Sitting there harassing cancer patients until one of them came up to you and started yelling at you, or were they being dicky to you?
No. I was just working, and then you see the guy, you can see kind of his shoulder in that blue jacket. He made a comment to Jenna that I took issue with, and I told him in no uncertain terms that I would throw him out that third-story window if he opened his mouth to my wife again, and we just kind of got into a whole thing.
Well, this was your wife's fault. Well, what was your wife saying to this guy?
She sneezed. He said, bless you, and Joe lost it. Joe lost it on the
His
guy.
wife's there going, pussy, pussy.
Tiger Lily, I was in an infusion center every week for 18 months. It was monotonous. I would have loved to see some action in there from a guy like Frog. You're the best, Tiger Lily. Thank you.
They're like big and powerful because of that kind of thing. I would have done it too. Like, I don't fault them for it. Like, I know what it's like to feel work.
Here's the other thing. You hear all these other voices. You hear all these other people talking at full volume just because you're on your computer. The guy was pissed.
You know, it had nothing to do with that. People that, like, when Jenna's sitting there getting her infusion, she's there for hours. People are watching stuff on their phone and things like that. It's not like a library.
Right. It's not the quiet car on the train. Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Sit there and hold my wife's hand while she's getting infusion?
Like that.
That to me, like that, people they might watch that and go, you know, oh man, that surprises me. Oh, why is he being such an asshole? I watched this morning and I went, this doesn't surprise me at all.
No.
This is exactly who I thought this little prick was.
Yep.
Just a little.
Why
just
didn't
a
he
little
say
shit.
that to you? Why didn't he give it to you on Ray's show? Because what's Ray going to do? Get angry? Ray's just going to sit there and go, oh my God, what's happening, guys? Let's not fight.
First of all, if it wasn't for Joe, half the show would be Steel Toe talking to the chat because Ray's signal kept fucking dropping out the entire show. Plus, Ray was scared to read super chats. And I talked to Joe before the show and I said, don't let him, because I don't want people going, hey, I paid $5 and you didn't read my shit. Whether it's pro or con, I mean, show me another show that's monetized that puts up as many poor chats as we do. It's about the funny, right? And so I just said, Joe, make sure, because I know Ray. I knew Ray was getting nervous going into it, right, Joe?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Even after you spoke to him, he was like, oh, be careful with the chats. But to answer Anthony's question about why he didn't say something to me at the time, because that's exactly the kind of move a guy that lets another dude fuck his wife would make. He'd run away with his tail between his legs, and then months later, when someone else finds something, jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I think he assessed in that interview that he was not going to win against you. So he was going to be your friend, and he was going to be nice to you. And then one day down the road, he'll say how he really felt, yet didn't say it when he had the chance to your face.
Yes. And also consider that a win. Like going back to his show and going, yeah, I was the better man.
Everything's a win. Us being sued is a win for him somehow. Yeah. I don't even know how that's possible. Ryan's right. No background play fucking sucks, you guys.
I dropped the link in there. I'll do it again. Give me 1 second.
I was about to light you up like steel toe.
Just a little asshole, little prick, Mr. Insignificant, absolute nobody. You can't give a guy like that a shred of authority over anyone for his sake, because he'll just expose what a giant tool he is. Like the Ray interview.
I can't believe a guy with an unconnected goatee is calling somebody else a tool.
Still growing. What are you talking about? It's in its larva phase. You got to let it settle in.
Yeah. No, I had the same thing when I was 12. Hello.
He gets a little bit of influence over the Ray interview. Ray's like, I want to conduct this myself. I want to do a show. I want to talk to Aaron. We like each other. We have no problems with each other.
Fluff piece. Go on Access Hollywood, you fucking pussy. Go have Mary Hart from Entertainment Tonight interview you.
Other, and I wanted to do Ray a favor. I wanted to do his show. He'd asked me many times. I told him I would. I felt bad. I did the show because I thought I would have a good time with Ray. And here comes this fucking zilch who, doesn't even have the decency to address me as Mr. Imholte, as he should. This little nobody starts going, Ray, we have to get to the super chats, Ray. And I'm kind of confused. If you go back and watch that interview, I look around like, shouldn't Ray be a host here and say, hey, producer guy, shut the fuck. He should have Les Grossman'd him.
Shuli has the best team. Joe needs a show.
I actually agree with that one. I think I'd be very interested to hear Joe's thoughts on a lot of things. Shut the fuck up and let me do my job.
You fucking fake. You zero. You nothing.
He's like the guy who comes home after he got into a confrontation with a guy, and he's telling his wife, "Oh man, he's like, I was going to kick his ass. I was totally going to kick his ass, but he was with his kids." So
then I was gonna say,
yeah, then I was gonna.
Oh, he's lucky he walked away, because I was about to tell him.
He's lucky I ran away.
I love it. I love seeing it. I think Joe should have his own show. What an idiot. I mean, no, I think Joe should have his own show.
I don't know if you gone back and listened to that interview?
I haven't. I know it went very well for me. You should. It
was brutal.
Yeah.
And like Ray was audibly annoyed. Like I was listening, not watching. He was audibly annoyed with Joe. He'd be like, all right, is that all super chats? Is that all? Can we continue with this interview now? And Joe's like, well, they're going to keep coming. Yeah. I mean,
Joe was so threatened. Every time I started looking good and Ray and I had a rapport,
every time I started looking good,
Joe got so nervous.
It's insecurity.
It's this guy is so insecure, and you're already seeing it here. That guy was so insecure that he's like, I have a job to do. I like Bob. Bob is good and Aaron's bad. And if Aaron looks good, I have to stop him. No, you don't, dipshit. You just have to let the show go and let the host run it.
I mean, him and John are like, they're tied for first when it comes to Fantasyland. When it comes to these conversations that never happen, these actions or feelings people have that they have no proof whatsoever of. It's crazy.
I was going to ask you guys, do I strike you, like, honestly, do I strike you as insecure? I would think most people think I'm more the opposite.
Yeah. I think you're a little too secure.
Yeah.
I'd like you to get a little more insecure.
Yeah. So you have Ray, he's trying to do a show, and every time Ray and I are having a good time, here comes fucking buzzkill washwoman Joe, and he's got to come in and go, no, I have to direct it toward the negative shit. And I just keep, brushing it off here, brushing it off there, brushing it off there.
Well, clearly you didn't brush it off. Clearly this stuck around for a bit. Yeah, you don't mess with our frog, man. I don't even mess with him. Lots of origin stories here. Cunty Frog and Cuck Aaron. Nice. Yes. I love it. I love it, Spangler.
And this guy keeps seething and getting madder and madder every time it happens. Remember, that chat was openly hostile towards me when I came in there. What I've heard from you and many other people.
Hold on. Why do you think that is, dude? Like, why do you think that they're being openly hostile towards you? Because they know who you are, because you are the guy that they were waiting for to fuck with. And it's then you can't blame Joe for it.
not only that, but guess what other chat people are hostile towards you in? Yours, motherfucker. That's why you have moderators. That's why you ban and block people. That's why you go to subscriber or members only mode. The last stage of pussyitis in this fucking world.
Is that they turned on this motherfucker just as hard and going like, dude, let Ray talk. You're ruining the show. You're fucking this up. Get out of there.
It's just obnoxious.
Right.
See, Ray, even your producer knows you're blowing it. This is for the producer, as he's the only hard-hitting journalist there today. Producer Joe, K-O-A-D, is my hero.
Now, the reason he's doing this and doing this cunty thing, like this I could have predicted would be words that would come out of his mouth. I would have done it too. I don't fault them for it. I know what it's like to feel worthless like that. And if you look down here, the reason he's saying this shit is because they told him to keep it down. You know, because it's a fucking cancer ward.
Where people are sick.
People are sick and they don't want to hear the brilliance of Producer Joe.
What is he doing there?
You're probably running bingo day. It might be who knows? This looks like something someone has to do when they get probation.
Don't you love when people do a story and have absolutely zero context? That proves that he was just tripping over himself to get on the air with this that morning. He didn't care about any of the facts, the backstory, what happened. He just wanted to get it out there.
Yeah. And on top of that, not being funny. You cannot know stuff. Like, we watch packages all the time. We don't know what the fuck we're about to watch. Marshall, MJ, any of those guys. The key is to be quick enough to make something funny out of it. This guy, not so much.
To graduate from high school.
It's like community service.
Right. It seems like community service.
Maybe he was there running bingo night because, cancer wards, they play bingo a lot.
So he got sunned. This is kind of the Ray interview all over again. He got sunned. This
was the word of the week back then, I guess. Every time he has like John.
Just like parasocial.
Right. Lawfare. Wasn't that the one?
That was.
Yep. Lawfare.
Talk down to.
Cumtastic. I remember that one from a few months ago.
Yummy, yummy, cum in my tummy. Remember that one from him? Give the mic to Jenna. Oh, you know what? We should do a newlywed game with Jenna and Frog. No other contestants, just to have her bury him with answers. Be great.
He got told his pride was hurt, so he had to attack.
You have to belittle the next person.
You have to belittle. Again, I'm telling you, this guy is at the bottom of the hill. Shit rolls downhill. He's got to find somewhere to put the shit. So he tosses a little shit ball up the hill. There. I know what it's like to feel worthless. So,
oh, now you're gay too? We were doing that long before.
I don't think that was an impression of anything. I think that's just Aaron's natural pose.
That's when he walked. That's how he talked when he walked in and saw Nick banging the shit out of April. Oh, I don't like this at all,
Mister.
Oh my!
I get why they're doing it. It doesn't bother me. Oh, it bothers you. And they told him keep it down. Hey, the cancer people would like you to be a little quieter.
They're not feeling so hot.
That's fine. I know what it's like to feel worthless. Pieces of shit. So obviously this upset him. This offended him. And again, he's probably just playing like fucking polka music on his laptop for the old people.
Did he?
Oh my God. So now you're DJing at the cancer ward?
Of course.
Remix.
One hand against the other makes a great sound for Ethel, who's on her last infusion.
Ethel to the VIP room.
Ethel, slowly make your way to main stage, please.
Ethel to the champagne room.
All right, I have a polka request from Jim, who's stage 4. This one's going out to you.
Here's some My Sharona for melanoma, seat 3.
Post this TikTok? Who posted
No, this is someone from the cancer place saying, look,
April, stop asking questions he doesn't have answers to. He doesn't know anything about this.
Happen to know who he was?
No, they have no idea who he is. they were so moved by what an asshole he is.
Now, this is
that
another,
they just
I'm sorry,
posted
just
this on
again to point out that they have no idea what's going on. She just said, did they have any idea who he was?
Right.
As if I was working for you at the time, even though this was years earlier.
They're all like, I think that's the gay IT producer guy from TSN sitting there. Is that what they were saying?
Is that the guy who's fucked up the Pottstown thing?
Is that the guy who talks about being an alpha male and beta male? Is that guy? Is that the guy who likes to blow bubbles?
Who's his mama? Is that his mama next to him?
Joe.
No.
I watch those videos day and night.
TikTok, not saying
you were
this
the
is the
singer
guy
for Talking Heads. in that picture?
Yeah. This isn't my bubbles.
from the Shuli Network. First of all of us podcasting are nobodies. Nobody knows who we are, and nobody should.
Jesus Christ. Speak for yourself.
Karl is actually a name in podcasting, and people don't know who the fuck he is when you go out in public. We're all relatively small. Karl's the biggest, but we're all very small.
I guess.
Wow, wasn't it just the other day I saw a clip of him saying Karl's show didn't do anything for him when he begged to go on Karl's show, and Karl played the clip. It's great. He's got receipts like we got receipts, and he's sitting here going, "This has been a dream of mine to be on your show." Fucking fake.
There was a time in Steel Toe's career when everything was kind of working for him. He was working with Compound Media. He was getting on all the big podcasts. Like this is the point where he could have started being a team player, not a cool guy, not some douche.
Ass, right? You don't have to kiss ass, but right, just be a fucking guy. Go with the flow. So true. Everything. He was getting all green lights. And he just veered off to his left, a hard left.
God.
This guy was such an asshole that this person just recorded it because they found a random asshole.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is then how did we find this?
Because Muttering Jay is an autistic, beautiful, godlike investigator.
I don't know what Producer Joe looks like. I would have never seen this and been like, oh, that's Producer Joe.
Does he look like a bitch? In this video, he does.
He's kind of hot, actually. I like to suck his cock.
Yeah. Oh, I'll put some deer urine on him and ride him.
I'd like to have a little time with that salt lick.
Looks like I got to find some new IT dick.
Staff told him, "Hey,
dick will fit on my forehead. That's a big cock."
Couple of them.
Hey, these people are sick and riddled with cancer. Do you mind not being a little fuckhead? And then he decided to be a little fuckhead.
And, try and find your power where you can. It's like, I'm not going to put up with this. That's what I'm not going to do. Yeah, we might have.
They're trying to find their power wherever they can. I'm not going to put up with it. I need to point this out. And Chad Zumach does this too. And now we're finding out that a lot of these guys aren't that different from Chad. They project.
The guy he's ready to have a beer with.
Oh, they're all the same.
They have to get their power wherever they can. Joe, that's what you're trying to do. You got sunned, and now you.
Why are you talking to Joe as if you sent him the link and had the balls to have this conversation with him? You don't get to talk to Joe. And you shouldn't want to. I don't want to talk to Joe.
You're pouting and you're sulking.
Now, wait a second. Now, if they sent him the link today and said, come on and talk to Joe about what happened.
Uh-huh.
Would you think he would take the link first of all? First of all, you think he would show up and
Shuli would never let me
have a conversation? Well, you got your own channel. You should invite him on.
No, listen, back then I wouldn't let you. Now I got no problem with you, but he would never do it. He's a pussy. He would never fucking do it.
And you're seething and you're going, I get it. In pieces of shit, they have to find power wherever they can. Joe, they do have power over you. They run the fucking cancer center,
right? And
you're a guy with a laptop playing fucking On Golden Pond for the cancer patients.
You're literally trying to find your power.
Wow. So he's DJing and showing movies? All right.
Well, he's doing a shitty job of it because the laptop is facing Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You should turn it around and let them watch the fucking movie, dude.
Right. Yeah. Karl had 1,500 people watching WATP for 4.5 hours. Yeah. So him and Jenny split up? Was that what you're telling me? That's over?
I think the reason April can't figure out what I'm doing here is that she worked in a factory, so she has no concept of like that you could work from a laptop.
Right, that's true.
Power at a cancer ward.
Yeah, Joe.
On a laptop.
You're feeling embarrassed at a cancer ward. You're making it about you.
That's insane.
And you're trying to insult the
I don't
cancer
understand
staff.
what's Joe welding right now.
How does he make buttons on that square thing?
If he's working, how come there are no sparks flying everywhere?
I'm just going to do Carmack for it. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
That's the same fucking accent.
Yeah.
They're being assholes. Can we do that, man? I gotta do it, this piece of shit. Fight
Wow. Calling cancer patients pieces of shit.
Hold on. Just because you have cancer doesn't mean you can't be an asshole. You can't be a piece of shit. We can establish, I mean, God bless him, Eric the midget. I love that kid, but there's no other person I've ever met in a wheelchair where I'm like, good. I'm glad this place doesn't have a asshole.
You know, kudos to Joe for treating these disease-ridden people like regular folk.
That's right.
In fairness, that guy doesn't have cancer. His wife's there for treatment. He's just there sitting there like I am.
Well, he could have cancer. We don't know yet.
Well, he's got a wife. Close enough. So, both are terminal. You know what I mean?
Am I right?
So even the people, the cancer patients are groaning. They're like, oh, wow, what a dick.
Oh, they're in pain.
Wow, so somebody really did think this guy was being shitty enough to do a TikTok on him.
Right. So these two were telling him to keep it down. And then he starts bitching and complaining on a
thinks Jenna is one of the nurses.
Right. There you go.
On his laptop.
Hey, nurse,
and
can you get that tube out of your chest for a second and get over here?
I don't get it. Why is that nurse kissing him and hugging him? What is going on?
Is that a candygram? What's going on here?
She just told him to turn down the polka music. This is getting serious, guys.
Two of them, and they're like, sir, until finally, again, him needing to feel like he's projecting any kind of control goes, these people are being assholes. I'll call you back later. What? Where do you get off, retard?
This is pretty weird. I'll say that much.
Good commentary, Abe.
Look, again, if you would have told me he'd done this and not shown me any video proof, I would have said, based on my limited interaction and how I nailed this guy right off the bat, I would not have a problem believing that this happened. I wouldn't need video evidence.
Wow. Bold statement.
I'd be very interested to hear Joe's thoughts on a lot of things.
Well, that's a different statement, I guess, huh?
I'm Team Shuli Network.
Whoa, what are you?
I'm Team Shuli Network.
Well, thanks, pal.
I'm a dumb guy who does dumb shit, and I will continue to do dumb shit.
Oh, who can forget that? Bravo.
I was thinking that's another reason that he can't understand what's going on in that video is the concept of sticking up for your wife or being a real man just means absolutely nothing to him.
Being a real man is we're getting a little crazy there, but yes, sticking up for your wife, true.
Real man. There's an old guy took you out. Let's not forget that fact. All right.
You were picking on 90-year-olds. Come on.
Yeah. But listen, way to go. Did you ever know that Frog's my hero? Hey, thanks for watching that clip. We got a bunch more stuff from a bunch of different other shows. So if you want to support us, you want to be a part of what's happening here, subscribe, notify, and get yourself a membership. 2 levels, $5, $10. We got more bonus shows than we know what to do with. So help us out. Get in here.